Hello, so today we will be making this video in Cinema 4D. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, change this perspective view to top view, and to go to top view, click F2 on your keyboard. Okay, so this is top view now. Now over here you can see that grid spacing is 10 centimeter. So zoom in by scrolling your mouse wheel and ensure that grid spacing becomes 100 centimeter. Okay, now ensure that you have 5 grid blocks below this red line and 5 grid blocks above this red line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are good on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this looks good. Now go to spline and click on this spline pen. Now from this red line, count 5 downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and count 5 towards the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now start making a spline from this point. So click on this corner and then come over here, click here, go to top like this, click here and click here and then click here and come to center point, click here. Perfect. Now click escape on your keyboard and then click on these points. Click E on your keyboard, click somewhere on this viewport, click Ctrl plus A. This will select all these points. Now right click, go to chamfer, click and then change this radius to 100 centimeter. This will ensure that we have fine smooth curves on the corners. Now click on this spline, go to coordinates and change this position Y value to 75. Now it is time to go back to perspective view. So click F1 on your keyboard and now we are on perspective view. Now reposition it like this. Okay, this looks good. Next click E on your keyboard, click on this model and then insert a cube. Okay, here is our cube. Now go to object and change the dimension, make X as 20 and Y as 150 and Z value as 75. Then go to this MoGraph, bring in a cloner, make this cube child of this cloner and rename this cloner to cloner domino. Now click on this cloner domino, go to objects and change the mode to object and drag this spline and drop it on this object field. Then go to distribution and change it to even and change this count value to 50. Now go to transform and rotation H, change this to 90 degree. Okay, so here we have 50 sets of domino blocks. Next, zoom out a bit, then go over here and insert a sphere and then click on this sphere, rename it to sphere push. Click on it, go to coordinates and change X value to minus 650, Y value to 100 and Z value to minus 500. So here is our sphere. Now let's animate our sphere. So make sure that you are on frame 0 and go to position X and drop a keyframe. Check. Now go to frame number 10 and change this value to minus 570 and drop a keyframe. Check. Now go back to frame 0 and let's play our animation. Okay, perfect. So this looks good. Now go to this frame count and increase the value to 500 and expand this timeline. Okay, so this looks good. Now zoom out, zoom out. Perfect. Zoom out a lot. And now we will insert a cube. So click on this cube, go to object, change X value to 8000, Y value to 3000 and Z value to 4000. Then go to coordinates and change this Y value to 1500. Okay, So reposition it like this. Now make this cube editable. Click on this make editable button. Then click on this polygons. Select this one, delete this one, delete this, delete this, delete. Now zoom in. Okay, now go to display and click on Gouraud shading lines. Now go to edges, click on this edge, right click and click on bevel. And then go to offset, change this value to 300 and subdivision to 50. Okay, this looks good. Now zoom in. Okay, reposition it like this. Now go to display and click on Gouraud shading and click somewhere outside. Now come to this cube and rename it to Studio Setup. Okay, now right click on this Studio Setup, go to Simulation tag and make it a collider body. Go to Sphere Push, right click Simulation tag and make it a collider body. Now click on this Cloner Domino, right click, go to Simulation tag and make it a rigid body. And then scroll down and change this friction value to 50%. Now let's play our animation. So come over here and click on this play button. Okay, so this looks good. All of our domino blocks are falling perfectly, and let's play it till the end. Okay, so this is good. Stop the animation, go back to frame 0. Now let's insert another studio setup so that our animation looks good. So zoom out, click E on your keyboard, then go over here and insert a sphere. Go to object, increase the size to radius to 400 and segments count to 40. Go to coordinates and change this y value to 800 and then go to basics and click on this x-ray check. Now insert another sphere, click this and go to object and change the radius to 30 centimeters. Now come to this sphere and rename it to a small sphere and rename this other sphere to biggest sphere. Perfect. Next go to MoGraph, click on cloner and then drag this small sphere and make it a child of cloner. Then click on this cloner, go to mode and change it to object. Then drag this biggest sphere and drop on this object field. Then go to distribution and change it to volume and increase the count to 500. Okay, so this looks good. Now go to this biggest sphere and over here double click on this top dot, double click on this bottom dot. This will make this big sphere invisible. Now come to this cloner and rename it to cloner 500 spheres. Perfect. Now again go over here and insert a sphere. Go to object, change it to 30 centimeter and go to coordinates and change position y to 130. Go to MoGraph, insert a cloner, make this sphere child of this cloner, rename this cloner to cloner vertical. Click on cloner vertical, go to object and increase the count to 5 and fix clone, uncheck and go to this position Y and increase this to 60. Now come close and let's see how this cloner vertical looks like. Okay, so this looks good. Now zoom out, reposition it like this. Now zoom out a bit. Now go to this cloner 500 spheres, right click, simulation tag and make them rigid body and trigger, change it to on collision. Now go to this cloner vertical, right click, simulation tag, rigid body and trigger, change it to on collision. Next go over here and insert a plane and then click on this object and change width 1000 and height also to 1000 and go to coordinates and change this position y to 160. Now let's create a material. So come over here on material manager, double click on this newly created material and then go to color and change this color to light blue like this, a very light blue. Okay, and close it. Now drag this blue color on this studio setup. Okay, so this looks good. Now let's animate our plane. So click on this plane and make sure that you go to frame number 300 like this, and then on position Y drop a keyframe. Check. Now go to frame number 450. Okay, and here change the position Y value to 1300 and again drop a keyframe. Check. Now let's play our animation. So go back to frame 0 and click on this play button. Let's see. Okay, so our blocks are falling fine, and let's see what does this plane does to our spheres. So wait and watch. Okay, so it does nothing. So let's stop. Now go back to frame 0 and click on this plane and right click, go to simulation tag and make it a ghost body. Okay, now it will do its magic. So go back to frame 0 and play our animation. So our domino blocks are falling perfectly and our plane will do its magic. So let's wait and watch. Okay, so this is what it does. And this is perfectly fine. So stop the animation, go back to frame 0 and let's hide our plane. So come to this plane, double click on this top and double click on this bottom dot. So our plane is now hidden. Now let's create some material for our domino blocks. So come over here, double click on this newly created material, go to colors and over here change the H value to 55, S to 90 and V value to 100. Then go to reflectance, go to layers, click on add, click GGX, go to layer 1, attenuation, change average to metal, roughness, decrease it to 0%, reflection strength, make it 80%, specular strength, make it 10%, keep bump strength as 100 and click on this color over here and then change this H value, keep it 55, S make it 90 and V keep it 100 and close this. Now drag this and drop it on this blocks. Okay, so now this looks good. Next create one more material, double click on this newly created material and go to color and give it a red color like this. Okay, this looks good. Yeah, and close it. Now drag this red color and drop it on here and again drag this and drop it on this 5 vertical balls. Okay, so this looks good. Now next go to this sphere push and again we will make this invisible. So double click on this double dot and bottom dot. So now our sphere push is also invisible. Click somewhere over here. Now let's play our animation one more time. So click on this play button and let's see how this looks like. Okay, this looks good. Let's see how our this balls looks like. So let's watch. Okay. So this looks good. So stop the animation, go back to frame 0. Now let's create some lights so that it looks good. So we will go to light and insert an area light. Now drag it little bit upward and go to coordinates and change this Y value to 200 and Z value to make it minus 1000. Okay, perfect. Now go to basics or go to general and then over here shadow, change this to shadow maps soft. Okay, perfect. This looks good. Now go to this light and rename it to light front. Now click on this light front, click Ctrl plus C on your keyboard and then click Ctrl plus V. So this will make a copy of light front, rename it and make it light right. Now go to coordinates and change this Z value to 0 and change this X value to 1000 and go to this rotation H and make it 90 degree. Okay, so now we have two lights. This is the front light and this is on the right side. Now we will insert one more light and on the top. So click on this light right, Control plus C and Control plus V. Now rename this light top. Then go to coordinates and change X value to 0 and change Y value to 1400. Okay, perfect. And change this rotation P to minus 90 degree. Okay, so now we have these lights, three lights. Let's reposition it, zoom in. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Now let's give colors to our light. So click on this light front, go to general, and on this color change this to 25 and make S also to 100. So this will make a orange color. Now go to this light right and change this H value to 150 and S value to 100 and keep V value to 100. So this will become a green light. Now click on this light top and change this H value to 200 and S value to 100, and this will make it a blue light. So we have this orange light, a green light, and this is blue light. Now let's do some render settings. So go to this render settings, go to effect and bring in ambient occlusion and change this accuracy to 100 percentage and increase this maximum samples to 128. Then go to effect and bring in global illumination, select sample as high. Now go to output, change this preset to film video and select HGTV 1080. Now go to save and change this file format to JPG and then select a folder, click on this, click somewhere here, click a new folder, say render, double click, give a name to this file, make it domino and save and then close this. Now lastly we will bring in a sky. So click over here and click on this sky. So here is our sky. Now over here you can see these objects and below it you will see this content browser. So click on this content browser and somewhere you will find this HDRI folder over here. Now scroll down on this HDRI folders and select this sunny promenade HDRI image, drag it and drop it over here. Double click, reflectance uncheck and close it. Now go to this content browser and go to objects. Now drag this HDRI image and drop it on sky. Then click on this sky, right click, go to render tags, click on compositing and this scene by camera uncheck. Perfect. So let's apply our animation for the last time. So go to frame 0. So click on this play button. Okay, perfect. So our animation looks good. All the domino blocks are falling perfectly. Light looks good. And I will stop somewhere in between over here. Stop. Okay. Now I will click Shift plus R on my keyboard to export this image and let's see the quality of this image. Okay, so this is coming up, and given that we have selected all the high qualities, this will take a while, maybe 15 to 30 seconds, but the output will be of top quality. And this is now it is coming up. Okay, so this is how the quality will be look like. Now stop this, close it. Now go again to render settings, go to output, and last setting which we need to change is frame range. Change it to all frames and close it. Now go back to frame 0 and we can click on this render button and this will start rendering all of our images one by one. So let's click. Okay, so now we are rendering all the images starting from frame 0 and we will go up to frame 500, and once we have all these 500 images ready, you can import these images in Premiere Pro and make a video out of it. So with that I will be stopping my video and tutorial, and if you like it, give me a like, subscribe to my channel for more of such videos, and thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.